Welcome to Wrestling with Snipes. Today, we'll be reviewing Friday Night SmackDown for September 20th, 2024. The show kicks off with the United States Champion LA Knight. Yeah, one-on-one defending the title against Andrade. Andrade offers a handshake, nope, but a low five from LA Knight. Knight goes for the BFT right away, but Andrade escapes to the outside of the ring, and it's already time for a commercial break. We come back from commercial break and Andrade hits a top rope moonsault to the outside, taking out LA Knight. Yeah, Andrade goes for a Meteora, but LA Knight moves and then hits a neck breaker only to get a 2 count. Knight then meets Andrade at the top, but then Knight falls off and Andrade hits a moonsault but only gets a 2 count. Then Andrade hits the Meteora and LA Knight catches Andrade, slams him. Then Knight hits a top rope elbow drop, 1-2 kick out. Andrade goes for a dropkick, but LA Knight sidesteps him and hits the BFT. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, LA Knight successfully defends the United States Championship. Then we see a fist bump and a congratulations. We go to the back and it's Tiffy time. Tiffy's with Nia Jax. Tiffy says she can't wait to send either Bayley or Naomi packing. Jax says, "You go, girl. They're coming after my title, so if you lose tonight, it might be a good idea if you leave SmackDown forever." And she leaves and Tiffy looks perplexed. Can't wait for that cash in. We go to the back where we see Carmelo Hayes running into Andrade and they break into a brawl, but the refs break it up. A video package plays of Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes meeting at the Georgia Tech football field. Reigns says, "Everything you have your eyes on here is mine. My blood, sweat, and tears were laid out on this field. This is my field, my stadium, this is my city. Multiple generations of my family have bled for this city. You played football, thank you. Then you went back to the beach. This is your field, but this is my home." Roman says, "Cody, I have nothing to lose. They took Jimmy, they took my wise man, they took my bloodline, they took my Ulafala." Cody says, "I told you before Mania the first time that you will be a chief with no tribe." Cody says, "You're no longer the tribal chief, you're not the WWE champion, but I want your word you will have my back." Roman says, "For this one night, Cody, you have my word. But when this is all over, I'm taking back what's mine." Roman goes to walk away and Cody steps in front of him. Cody says, "It's not yours to take." Roman says, "You're in my way." Cody moves. Then Roman says, "You're in my way in life," and then walks away. This is absolute cinema. Tremendous stuff. Kevin Owens comes out to the ring and he says, "How do I feel?" He says, "I gotta be honest," but then he's interrupted by Jacob Fatu and the tag team champions. Tonga says, "You better let the right-hand man talk. The tribal chief was embarrassed by Roman Reigns and they will get what's coming to them, but tonight, you, Kevin Owens, tonight you're gonna get what you deserve by orders of the tribal chief." Kevin Owens says, "Before you start talking again, nobody wants to ever hear what you have to say ever again." Owens says, "Get up here so I can punch you in your stupid faces." The bloodlines surround the ring, then Owens knocks off the tag champs and goes face to face with Jacob Fatu. They start trading blows back and forth, then Owens is jumped by the tag team champions, but out comes DIY and a brawl breaks out. They clear the ring of the bloodline, then Nick Aldis comes out with security. Aldis says he's getting a little bit sick of this, so there's 3 of you and there's 3 of you. Sacramento, you know what I'm thinking? Tonight's main event will be a 6-man tag. Then we go to the back and we see Naomi and Bayley arguing who's going to get the title shot and the pinfall victory tonight. Then next out come Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax, followed by their opponents Bayley and Naomi for this Tornado Tag Team contest. The match starts with some brawling, then they double team Nia. They both go for a cover, but they argue who's going to get the pinfall. Tiffany then hits a blockbuster with Bayley on Nia's shoulders into a Samoan drop. We come back from break and Jax tosses Naomi over the barricade. She turns around to get hit with a suicide dive by Bayley. Bayley pins Tiffany after a backdrop, but Naomi pulls her off. They go face to face, but Nia Jax takes them both out. Jax plants Naomi and goes for an annihilator, but Bayley stops her. Bayley and Jax are both on the second rope at the same time. Nia hits a leg drop on Naomi and Bayley hits an elbow on Tiffany, but both kick out at 2. Naomi then hits Nia Jax. Naomi has Nia Jax pinned, but Tiffany goes for a swanton bomb. Naomi moves and Jax is hit with the swanton bomb. Tiffany apologizes, then turns around and Naomi and Bayley hit a 1D. Then Naomi and Bayley both roll up Nia Jax. 1, 2, 3. The ref raises Bayley and Naomi's hands. They are the victorious ones. But who gets the title shot? We come back and we see Chelsea Green picking up some garbage, preparing for her dumpster match with Michin in 2 weeks on SmackDown. We see Naomi and Bayley in Nick Aldis' office arguing who should get the title shot at Nia Jax, because since they both pinned her. Aldis says next week you two will go one-on-one and the winner will challenge for the women's title at Bad Blood. And out comes Kevin Owens for the main event. Owens is in the ring and we see DIY being attacked by the Bloodline in the back. Kevin does not look amused and out comes the Bloodline, but Owens goes up the ramp to meet them. A brawl breaks out, but it's a 3-on-1 assault. They toss Owens in the ring and out come the Street Profits. There's a brawl. The Profits and Owens brawl with the Bloodline. Owens climbs to the top rope and hits a cannonball, taking everybody out on the outside of the ring as we go to commercial break. We come back from commercial break and the bell rings with Owens stomping Tonga in the corner. Fatu gets tagged in and he hits Dawkins. Then he hits a moonsault on Dawkins and we go to another commercial break. We come back from commercial and we see Jacob Fatu going for a splash but hits his head on the ring post. Then Dawkins makes the tag to Ford. Ford kicks low in the head. Ford hits a crossbody. Then he hits a super kick to the stomach. Ford hits a backdrop and he is cooking. Then he tags in Owens. Owens runs around the ring and clotheslines Tama Tonga and Tongaloa. Then he hits a running senton on Jacob Fatu on the outside of the ring. He hits a frog splash off the apron on the Tongaloa. Then a cannonball to Tama Tonga in the corner. Owens is rolling and then he hits a swanton bomb, but Jacob Fatu breaks up the count. Dawkins takes Fatu outside of the ring. Owens goes to the top, but Tama Tonga stops him. Then Owens reverses it into a superplex, but only gets a 2 count. Tongaloa saves the match. Owens goes for a stunner, reverses, but then he gets a second attempt for a stunner and he hits it. Loa again then breaks up the pin. He throws Owens into the steel steps. Dawkins then checks Loa and then turns around and Fatu hits him with a suicide dive. Ford then hits a somersault over the top rope onto Fatu and the bell rings as we get a double disqualification. Chaos is breaking down everywhere. A brawl breaks out. Looks like the Bloodline is going to put Owens through a table, but out comes DIY to make the save. Fatu takes out DIY single-handedly. Looks like Fatu is gonna go for a splash, but out comes the undisputed champion Cody Rhodes with a chair. Cody hits Loa, then he hits out Tonga with the chair. He gets in the ring and Jacob Fatu super kicks the chair. Cody ducks Fatu's clothesline and hits a Cody cutter. Fatu rolls out to the outside. Owens picks up a chair standing behind Cody. Looks like he might hit him. Cody then turns around and Owens tosses the chair. Cody offers his hand and then Kevin Owens shakes his hand. Cody raises Owens' left hand as SmackDown goes off the air.
I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.